not necessarily a direct link. There has been a suggestion that glioblastomas, there may actually be a link because, as we know, Borrelia infects the brain, and also Bartonella. And it may be more likely that Bartonella may be a culprit. But Duke has the largest brain tumor center in the world, and we're in the process of screening 200 brain tumors looking for Borrelia and Bartonella. Now, if we find it, it won't be cause and effect. We can't say, it's there, it's causing the brain tumor. But I think it'll be a smoking gun that we need to start to look further. I could tell you that there was an abstract from a very good friend of mine who is an outstanding breast cancer researcher now at Northwestern University, who looked at just a handful of women with inflammatory breast cancer, which is the most aggressive and lethal form of breast cancer. Affects about 5% of women. There's a complete different biology than the regular 95% of breast cancer. This could be any type, but it's a type that causes, it's what's called the massless cancer. It looks like mastitis. So most women are diagnosed and misdiagnosed with mastitis. I can tell you a horror story of a 17-year-old in California, no family history, who was an AAU volleyball player who was spiked in the chest during a tournament. Turned out that a month later, her mother saw her come out of the shower and her breast was essentially sloughing off. She had cancer, 17 years old, and was dead 6 weeks later, metastatic. So she had inflammatory breast cancer. So this friend of mine, again, very credible, looked at pleural effusions, so fluid that had built up around women who had metastatic disease around the lungs, and found the presence of Bartonella, which many people believe may be a bigger problem than Lyme disease. Found evidence of Bartonella in 6 of those women. Again, did it cause the inflammatory breast cancer? We don't know, but it was there. Maybe it was an innocent bystander, maybe they had it, maybe it's true and unrelated. But I would say for a disease that's highly aggressive and for an infection that affects the immune system and lowers the immune system and affects blood vessels, causes blood vessel proliferation. We know cancer cells need blood vessel supply. That may be Bartonella and certain cancers. There may be a link. So anyway, we're looking at that. I'll keep you updated. I'll be back at Barnes & Noble's next year. Maybe I'll tell you. We can meet right here again next year, and I'll hopefully have some more information. But I think the more we push on this, the more we bring, as I said, my mission is to bring excellent scientists from outside the Lyme disease tent who can take a look in and say, this is crazy what we're doing here. The more we do that, I think the more we're going to lift up the hood of the car and have people say, why were these people being treated this way? Why were they being denied treatment? Why was this disease viewed, as all of us have heard, as no big deal, easy to diagnose? I was on Diane Reeves' show, I guess it's 2 years ago. There was a pediatric ID person whose name was from the New York City area, whose opening statement was, literally, this is sort of paraphrasing what I said, I love this disease because it's so easy to diagnose and so easy to cure. And I thought that'd be like me saying, oh, I love breast cancer because it's so easy to diagnose and so easy to cure when 40,000 women die a year.
Right.
Like, what idiot says that? But that's the message that people in Washington at the NIH are getting. Like, why should we fund this when our own experts in infectious disease are saying there's no big deal? So that's why there's no money. Because no one thinks this is a big deal. A bunch of people whining and complaining out there, but our doctors at the ivory towers are saying no big deal. So my answer is, we need to bring the science that will convince. We could forget, the naysayers are going to die off, right? I'm not going to sit here and fight and waste energy trying to convince people at Mass General or Yale that this is a problem. They're never going to believe it. But I think if we show glioblastoma and we show in animal models that there's a cause and effect relationship, I promise you. I mean, I have a job. I'm part of, in my cancer world, I'm part of the Joe Biden's moonshot, the cancer moonshot. In my part-time, I actually oversee, I was just appointed the director of precision oncology for the entire VA healthcare system. So I do that on my part-time, which is crazy. So I know Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's son, who lived in Delaware, lived in an endemic area died of the brain decline. I can promise you that if I go to Joe Biden and say, there's a link between what your son may have had, I don't know whether he had it or not, but he lives in an endemic area, and there's a link between the infections that people in Delaware are getting all the time and brain tumors, I promise you he's going to be interested. So the more we can bring pressure to bear that this is a real problem, that this problem is not just a bunch of people like us, complaining, but this is a problem that can cause cancer, that causes death all the time, as we know, that causes debilitating illness, that causes people to go bankrupt. Someone's going to stand up and notice. That's just my personal. I only have so many ATP molecules. I figure it's like I only have so many hours of energy in a day. And I've decided that it's not worth me fighting people in the IUSA, that I'd rather focus on shedding new light on the biology and therapies for this disease, and trying to galvanize the scientific community to want to, help out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.